One of the places that she used to take off was when I would go to put the saddle pad or the saddle on. So now I let her sniff it, and any kind of curiosity, I've been rewarding it with treats usually, or at least verbal praise. And it seems to help. Now she has to usually go lick the stereo or the grooming tote that is underneath the stereo. It's pretty much every time she has a treat. So here, as I did with the saddle pad, I'm trying to get her attention to look at the saddle. And then when she does look at it, then I reward her. One of our problems that we have together is she's very distracted. She doesn't really pay a whole lot of attention to me. So this actually helps, gets her a little bit more attention placed on me, or at least on the treats. And if I was smart, I would actually break up those stud muffin treats, which I just noticed, like I struggle with that, breaking it up. So maybe I would get smart and do it sooner, but we'll see. I like to do things the hard way, clearly. So she's been making a lot of progress with standing quietly while being mounted. And of course, right now she's super quiet because she's licking the stereo. Usually she switches it from Turner to tape or CD, I guess, or something like that. Yes, it's an old stereo. I think it has a tape deck. Anyway, if you don't know what a tape deck is, go ask your mom. All right, so she used to walk away the moment I would place the saddle pad on her back. She would walk away again when I would place the saddle on her back. And she would try that even in cross ties. Instead of moving to ground tying, it became even more of an issue. So now I give her treats for the pad. I give her treats for the saddle. Sometimes I will do like treats during, depending on whatever, but now usually I'm waiting until the end of each step. Just out of curiosity, does anybody else have a saddle with this extra piece that I'm grabbing now? I've heard some people cut it off, but to me this is an expensive saddle and it's new, so I don't really want to cut anything off of it, but it seems kind of like a useless piece of added material. What do you think? All right, super good times here. Normally, I'll put a little bit of pressure on the halter, tiny, maybe just my hand on the top of her head, sometimes even not even either of those things, and ask her to drop her head. Today, she was super stiff. She would barely even turn her head or move her neck at all. It was very strange. So that's why I'm kind of like moving her head back and forth, and it kind of looks stupid, but just trying to notice kind of her movement, maybe get her attention. I don't know, it was super weird, or at least weird for her and what we've been doing recently. Every time I walk into her stall, I always ask her to drop her head, those same words. I don't love the words, but it's kind of concise and to the point, because really what I want her to do is to put her head down. I guess I could say head down. Well, anyway, whatever. You can say whatever you want. You can say cinnamon bits if you want, and that means put your head down. As long as it's consistent. For me, drop your head. That's easy for me to remember. And so anyway, that's what I'm doing. Trying to get her to like move and stretch a little bit, or see what the problem is, like see where her stiffness tension lies. I personally think that at least 75% of her stiffness is mental. She gets like locked up in the brain and then locked up in the body. So if I can keep her mind kind of supple, then her body seems to follow suit. I mean, obviously, if you're tense, you're not going to be very flexible.
My girl.
But anyway. Right here, I'm putting on her side pole bridle. I got it from Two Horse Tack. It's a like better than leather or something like that. So it's a synthetic material. And I really love the way it fits. And I actually own, I don't know, like 3 of them now because I really like how the horses go in these types of bridles. And Gert pretty much responds to that, but it's hard to get flexion. So I have the Pivo on a round bale in the arena. I did it the other night and it seemed to work well. Actually, the day before this video, I did it when I was riding and it seemed to work well. Today, it doesn't work quite as well. Today, in the arena, the place sounds like a haunted house. The winds are coming from the west at approximately 10 miles per hour, which pretty much anything over 5-8 miles per hour makes kind of like some audio changes in the arena, especially from the west because that's kind of open, which is a lot of our winds actually. So this arena tends to sound like a haunted house. And with this coal that's creaking anyway, and then the wind hits it just right, and it's like, I don't know, it's the strangest. It's really, really kind of spooky. Makes me nervous, so it's going to make her nervous. And the other part of it is, with her being as distracted and stiff as she was, I was thinking it was probably not a good day to ride. And there are definitely there's a few times in this video that I was like, yeah, definitely made the right choice in not riding. I have to say that the Pivo does a better job tracking when I'm riding than it does lunging. I'm still super happy with it. It's definitely way more user-friendly than my solo shot. It takes similar videos than my barn brats do, and other people. I've had some videos where people have videoed my riding lesson or did videos for me doing other things, and there's a lot of videos of sand or the ceiling, or I've seen some arena wall. So this isn't, it's just like having one of my barn brats or a family member hold the camera for me. I start moving towards the round bale here because Gert, for some reason, tends to spook right by the round bales, which is funny because when she's loose or when I'm trying to get on her and she doesn't have her sack on her face, she wants to eat the round bales, so this is exactly where she stands to eat them. I decided I needed to move the camera. I think that would be the best bet. So here we go, trucking over to the corner. I realized just how dirty I am. Look at my vest, my coat, my word. I spared you all the positioning of the phone and all of that stuff. But here we are going back to the lunging. So I've been trying to get her to bend and stay on the circle and the appropriate type of bending around the circle. The other thing is trying to get her attention. So I kept mixing everything up, changing her direction, changing her speed, trying to get her to bend, get her head kind of tilted in a little bit. After the end of this video, there was probably at least another 10 more minutes that I worked with her where she was really quiet. She was dropping her head off of slight rain pressure. It's kind of what I'm doing here right now, but there was a lot better. Things were going a lot better in how I wanted them. So, you know, some days you just don't get what you want when you want it, which is probably all the time, but it's so rewarding when you finally do at the end and you can stop. Overall, I'm happy with how all of this went today. I really do love my girl.